In one of the hardest markets that I've seen in the last decade, how do you find great investment properties for your investors? So this is a video series, if you like, a series of videos that I want to do about how to onboard investors in the right way, how to bring them in. And am I perfect at this? Absolutely not, but I really do think it will help. And so at the end of this video, you can put investors in the comments if you want more videos like this, and I'll create the rest of the series. So as we start out, you've got your KYC. A KYC is knowing your client. Before you even go out and find properties for people, you need to understand the KYC, which is part of the onboarding and the sales call to your client, understanding who they are, what they want, and how you can deliver the best service possible. So the first part of the KYC is why. Why does your investor actually want to get into property? Is it a one-off property? Is it a buy-to-let? Is it a creating passive income for themselves? Is it they're quitting the job? Is it that they want to leave a legacy? Actually, they're getting towards the retirement and they're thinking about the end and they want to leave something for their kids. Is it the fact that one of their kids is moving to the town for university, and rather than going in another landlord's property, they want to find a house for them and their friends? So maybe it's going to be a house of multiple occupancy. There could be hundreds of reasons why somebody wants to buy a property, but the better you understand the reasons why, the more likely you are to be able to deliver and facilitate the type of property investment that they're actually looking for. Next is understanding what they are looking for. So what's their actual ideal deal? What's their criteria? Now, take this with a pinch of salt, because you could come, like some of my deals, and I do videos on this where I'm making 20-25% returns. That's great, but I'm searching and putting offers in. I've got a team that are putting on offers every single day. There's bound to be a diamond that comes out every now and then. That is not what you're going to be able to deliver to your investors. You want gold for your investors, still amazing properties, but they're not going to be the needle in a haystack, because that's just not a viable business plan. So whilst you want to get their ideal criteria, you also need to give guidance, because a lot of the investors that we work with, they don't know what a great deal looks like. They don't know the amount of work that goes into it, and so you need to be able to facilitate. And this is for you if you're a deal packager or you're trying to raise finance for your own projects as well. But understand what they are looking for. So we guide our investors to go for 2 to 4 bed houses, freehold not leasehold. They're getting a minimum of 7% net, like proper net returns on their investments. They are getting good capital growth areas. They're looking in the good demographics and where it's attracting the best capital growth. So there's industry going on, there's money getting pumped in. Now you might have somebody say, no, I want a HMO that gets 12% returns. Amazing, they are viable investments. It's not what we do. So you need to understand what it is they're looking for, and then ask yourself, is this something I can genuinely facilitate on an ongoing basis? And if not, you need to communicate that, and if yes, you need to communicate that. The next thing I like to go through is communication timescale. So we give ourselves 90 days, and this 90 days might seem like a long time or really not, but we are much more focused on finding the right opportunity for our investors rather than any opportunity for investors. You know, finding stuff that really makes financial sense, that's really going to make a great investment. It takes time, as you can imagine. It is not like, oh, you've paid me my fee or you've invested the money, great, I'm going to go get it now. So instead what I do is I give myself that time scale, I go and find it, and then I say, between now and finding that property, we're going to touch base with you once every 2 weeks, just to touch base, see how you're getting on, making sure you've got everything prepped and moving forward, so then when the investment does come up, it's really excelling and appreciating the value and delivering on the promise made. The reason communication points are so important as well is whenever I've annoyed a customer, which, as I said, I'm not perfect at all, is it will be because of my poor communication. Almost always it's because of poor communication. And when I get 5-star reviews and it's really good, it's because of great communication. And as a business owner, you're always reacting to this and improving with this as you're going through. But the easiest ways to have great communication is to communicate effectively on what great communication actually looks like. Because if they've got in their head, great, I'll expect a call within 2 days, and they don't get a call for 3 weeks, then that's really bad. Whereas if you said, hey, I'm going to give you a monthly touch point by giving you a phone call, but actually you call them in 3 weeks and just say, look, I know I said it's once a month, but I'm just so excited, I wanted to touch base now and see how you're getting on. Then that is amazing communication. So the best ways of communicating effectively is to manage the communication expectations up front. So next is actually finding the deal. Now, why do people even sell properties that aren't on Rightmove? And I'm not saying you can't go on Rightmove, by the way, but the best deals, they're going to be direct to vendor. I love Facebook ads. I'm a massive advocate of them, and I actually run this through my education program. But you need to understand why somebody sells in the first place. And most people think, oh, it must be because of financial issues. Well, yes, that is a major one. And financial issues comes in 2 ways, by the way. Either it's debt, and they're trying to get out of that, or indeed, actually, they've got a great investment opportunity, like a development or something like that, and they're looking to release money from their portfolio to be able to move into. But others are relocation. Maybe they are moving out of their area and it's their primary residence. Maybe they're an accidental landlord. Maybe somebody's passed away, they've inherited a few properties, but they don't want to be a landlord. Maybe it's the fact that actually their tenants have been an absolute nuisance, a nightmare in the property, and they don't want to put up with the headache anymore. Sometimes it can be a probate property where unfortunately somebody has died and it's gone through probate. And finally, unfortunately, divorce. So around January and February, I find a lot of those are through divorce cases and people splitting up, probably because all year people are like, I just want to spend time with my partner, and then during the December period you actually do spend time with your partner and you're like, oh, I don't actually like them, and then they split up with them. Okay, yes, it's shit, but it is what it is. And so those are the main reasons of why somebody's selling in the first place. Well, why is it important to know why somebody sells? The reason it's important is to understand your language. In marketing, it's called copy. Okay, so the words that somebody says is copy. The words on paper is copy. And so have you noticed that some ads just grab your attention with what they're saying, and some you just carry on scrolling? That's good copy, and maybe a good image and creative as well. But the copy is really going to understand and empathize with the audience. And if you just go, hey, are you looking to sell your property? That's very different to saying, hey, I know that last year has been really difficult and financially it's been really difficult for some. You don't need to add selling your property to that difficulty list. Selling with Aspire Property Group is one of the easiest things you can do. We follow a very simple 3-step process, and if you want to find out more, click learn more below and we can be in touch with a no obligation offer. So the copy around that is completely different by understanding how they're going to work well. Now what I will do is there are countless ways of finding investors. In fact, we've got 28 ways of finding vendors, and properties for the investors, but I'll go through the top 3. Number 1, direct mail. Direct mail is one of the most effective ways of getting properties. Typically, you will direct this through properties online, and then I run a 2020 campaign. What does that look like? Any property that is online between 3 and 6 months is out of estate agency contracts. They're probably getting pretty fed up and they're going to be looking for alternatives at this moment. So what I would then do is I would get in touch with them. I would understand exactly what it is that they're looking for. Why haven't they sold? Is it the price? And I would get a direct mail letter out to them so that they can actually get in touch with me and do a deal. Number 2, you might not think this, but Facebook Marketplace. And I don't just mean Facebook Marketplace in general. I mean like the gossip groups and things like that. And what I do is I post in there, I've got a trailer, and I'll post a picture of the trailer that says we buy houses, and I'll post in the local group saying, hey, bet you can't guess where this is. Loads of people comment on it and obviously have a bit of fun. But it's more that it's getting awareness that that's what I do. And every single time I do that, people go, oh, I know this person looking to sell their property down the road. Would this be good? And it's a really soft way. And then number 3, my favorite way, is Facebook ads. I love the fact that you can get an ad together, spend half a day creating the Facebook ad, target the right people, get it out to them, and then the leads come into my inbox and actually text my phone when a lead comes in every single day. It's just a really powerful way to generate leads without the effort, and it's working smart instead of working hard. Once you've done the final conversation, you're going to do your quick due diligence now. And this is the final stage before the official offer. We do a 5 to 10 minute due diligence. It's because we know our area inside out now. So we know what the properties are, we know what the refurb's going to be. And then once I've done that and I submit the offer subject to viewing, because that's what we do. We don't go and do all these viewings because it's just a terrible idea. We offer subject to viewing, and if that's accepted, we'll then notify the investor, hey, I think we've got one coming up, just prepare yourself, here's the basic details, but I'm getting the viewing done in the next day or two. Go to the viewing, do your numbers, your final numbers, make sure it's 100%, get it agreed direct to the vendor, make sure it's not online with the estate agent, and then present it to your investor. So at this point, you've got the investor requirements, you've done, understand why they're looking to get involved in property, what they're actually looking for, you've done your due diligence on them, your due diligence on your research, you've got your marketing out, you've got them in, you've offered subject to viewing, done your viewing, got the final prospectus out, and now you're well on your way to making money. Now, as I said, this is a brief overview, and if you have got interest for this, put investors in the comments and I'll do a series of videos breaking all of this down in much more detail. And hey, if you're actually looking for paid for education, put education in the comments and I'll put a link in the description as well, and you can get on to a phone call with one of the team and they can talk you through how that would work. But otherwise, if you're new to property and you got value from this, make sure to hit the like button and of course subscribe and the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.